before I start my topic, I want to share with you an interesting definition I found about tourism, and that is traveling to a place other than your home and staying there for a period of time of less than 6 months but more than 24 hours. That changed my perspective of tourism. Bearing this definition in mind, how many of you have been tourists anywhere? Have you ever tried Africa? Or we'll need to take care of that. So let me introduce you to tourism in Africa. I'm going to talk about tourism in Tanzania. But first, let's know where Tanzania is. I'm sure many of you do not know where it is. So I've put a few characteristics prepared for them for you so that you can know where it is. Tanzania is a product of two countries which were sovereign. In 1964, they decided to unite to become Tanzania. They were Zanzibar, which is the Spice Island, and Tanganyika. And they are in the east coast of Africa, with the Indian Ocean to the east. To the north is Kenya and Uganda. To the west, Democratic Republic of Congo and other countries. To the south, Mozambique and Malawi, and the Indian Ocean to the east. The population is 46.4 million. The size of the country is 372 square miles. A quarter of this area has been dedicated to tourism as game reserves, game park, and protected lands with a future interest in tourism. This is one of the poorest countries in the world, and its economy is based on agriculture. With the climate change, alternating droughts and floods, you can imagine how things are. But mining is coming up, and tourism is one of the greatest foreign exchange earners. Our current president is Mr. Kikwete, and we are expecting to undergo our next elections, where we elect everybody of power, is about 2 years to come. Tanzania offers many types of tourism, but for the purpose of this presentation, I've just narrowed down to cultural, educational, and leisure, which is very popular. Let me start off with cultural. This is when an individual decides to come to Tanzania, chooses a tribe or a place where they want to go and live. This is rural life. The most popular tribes are the Maasais. As you can see, they are dancing over there, celebrating something. Maybe they've killed a lion. But when tourists live in these villages, they learn about the culture, the tradition, the beliefs, the crafts, a few which you have seen in DC being sold, and the cuisine. The cuisine of Tanzania has been greatly affected by the Indian and the Arabic culture, which we've had a long contact with. Celebrations and festivals are very popular because everybody enjoys them, and they are tied to some event in life. It so happens that in cultural tourism, the tourist is taken to some local pristine location which has not been tampered by the business of tourism, and they enjoy that particular thing as an extra. We have educational and research and educational research and this type of tourism. We have a lot of studies, institutes and studies going on. Being from medical background, I can tell you a lot of HIV/AIDS research is going on. We have malaria. We are trying to create a vaccine for malaria. I'm sure you've all heard about the chimpanzee park in Tanzania. They all offer research and study opportunities, but these have to be created. We also have cross-cultural learning, as you can see the young man doing. It's an experience to learn how other people live. It's very enriching in life. So many people undertake these. We also have leisure. This is where many of our tourists come to Tanzania for. And it involves activities like enjoying the pristine beaches which have not been contaminated, swimming with dolphins, and all the games you can think of being done at beaches. We also have wildlife scene. We have a few giraffes here, but I assure you there are so many that I cannot describe for you. And we have this Mount Kilimanjaro in this picture. This is an old picture. Mount Kilimanjaro happens to be the second highest mountain in the world, but the first highest in Tanzania. It has a snow-capped top. Unfortunately, it has been receding because of climate change, and it has also been found that cyclically, every 100 years, this snow cap recedes, and then it comes back. I'm not sure what is happening now, but it's definitely not like this. We have many historical sites, walking, hiking, and Kilimanjaro is there. In case you're not interested in the snow, you can try other mountains. There are plenty of them. For some very good reasons, tourists in Tanzania love shopping. And there are many shopping centers that you can access the services you might want. So after describing all this, it will be very important for me to tell you how you can access these activities in Tanzania. We have an embassy here on the M Street. That is the best place to start, where you are linked with a tourist company. You get to choose what you want to do when you get there for the fixed time you want to spend in the country. And a package is put together which you can negotiate until you reach a compromise. After that is preparations to go to the country, in which you have to undergo vaccinations, yellow fever being one of the most important, and the others are relatively minor for me because things like cholera, and they are very far, they are not very common, but they would be mandatory for an American traveling to Tanzania. After getting your papers together and getting the right vaccinations, you have to have the right resources. Tanzania awaits you to entertain you during your time of vacation. If you have any questions, I'm ready for them, but after my 8 minutes, and I would like to take you through a simple Swahili lecture that is Asante Sana. Can you try that?
Asante Sana.
That means thank you. A very important word in Swahili language.